I know we're supposed to pray without ceasing, but what do you do when you're tired of praying? When the words don't come out anymore? When the silence feels louder than your faith? Let's talk about the part of faith we don't post. The exhaustion, the disappointment, the God, are you even listening moments? There's a kind of tired that sleep can't fix, a kind of tired that sits in your chest, a kind of tired that makes prayer feel like lifting weights. And no one warns you about that part. Nobody warns you about that. They tell you to pray, they tell you to trust, they tell you to keep your faith. But what happens when you've prayed the same prayer so many times? It feels like you're just repeating yourself. Now, I know we have all felt like that. Like, what if, like, God, are you listening to us at the moment? Because I'm praying to you and it feels like nothing is going, nothing is coming, is working out. And I can also say I am like that. I hate to say it, but I'm still like that. I know that I've been talking about patience and everything. I have to work on that, but sometimes I'm like, okay, God, I need you to do this, like right now, like immediately. Like I know you have your times. I know that my time isn't like your time isn't on my time. So I'm trying to say. I got confused for a second, but anyway, you understand what I mean. And I'm like, okay, well, I have to have patience. I have to wait. And I'm like, I don't want to wait, God. I just want you to go ahead. Was I pray for this problem to go away, or pray for this, pray for that? I want it to happen like right now. And it's like, do you hear me? And then you have been praying the same prayer. The same things keep coming up in your prayers. Like, oh, oh, God, I want you to do this. Like, God, I want you to do that. And it feels like he, it's like, are you hearing me? And sometimes I'm like, okay, I don't pray for this, I don't pray for that. I don't see nothing happening. But as my mom and grandma always told me, our time isn't God's time, and God's time isn't on our time. And what that means is, we could be sitting here saying, "Oh, I want this to happen right now." Okay, that's what we want on our time, but God is saying, "Not yet." And then His advice first, like His time isn't the time when we want it. Like He'll be like, "Okay, well, you know what? I'm gonna give it to you now." And you're like, "Okay, well, I prayed for this back some months ago." And you're like, "Well, okay, it's here." But you're like, "Well, you know what? I don't know what to do with it now." If you get what I'm saying. And sometimes we have a tendency to be impatient. I know I have. So I know I have. And sometimes we have the tendency to lose a little faith. Just a little faith. Mm-hmm. And the hardest part about faith is showing up when you feel empty. Like, let's be real for a second. God's silence can feel like rejection, like you're talking into a void, like your prayers are getting lost in transit. And the worst part is, you start wondering if it's you, if you're praying wrong, if you're not spiritual enough, if God is tired of hearing the same requests. But silence isn't absence. Silence is stillness. Silence is space. Silence is God working in ways you can't see yet. You know, I've had moments where I've sat there like, God, I don't have another prayer left in me. Moments where the only thing I could offer was a sigh, a tear, a whisper. And I had to learn some things. God hears sighs. He hears silence. He hears the prayers you don't have the strength to say out loud. Prayer is a performance. Prayer is presence. And sometimes presence looks like, God, I'm here. Barely. And then when you say, well, I feel like I'm tired of praying, that, and you like just say like you are just talking to a friend or something, or you're talking to, another church member. So 9 times out of 10, one of them they will act like you just crucified God, and it ain't the friend. It ain't the friend. It's that church goer. They gonna act like you just put the nail in God's hand, because you say sometimes you feel tired of praying. Like, okay, we have all felt at a moment like, is God even listening to us? We have all had that moment. And I'm tired of people always pretending like they never had a moment like that in their life. Because you have. Stop acting like you're so holier than thou, where you're not. And sometimes I wonder, I was like, is God here? Is God tired of me saying the same old thing? Like, I need, God, I need you to do this, I need you to do that. Bless me with this, bless me with that. Like, are you tired of me requesting the same thing, praying to you about the same old thing? Because I used to believe it. I used to think that. Not believe it, think that. But I used to believe it sometimes, though. I was like, okay, I done pray for that, I pray for that. Like, he must be tired of me praying for this, so because it ain't happening. At this point, maybe he tired of me praying about it. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not going to pray about it no more. Soon as I didn't pray about it no more, that's when the change happened. I'm like, well, you know what? Next time, let me shut my mouth up. Yeah. Like, let me shut my mouth up. And if you feel tired of praying, you're not faithless. What's my famous saying this whole season? You're human. I know I keep saying it, but you are. You're human. And God isn't asking you to be strong. He's asking you to be honest. You don't have to pray perfectly. You just have to show up. Even if all you bring is your exhaustion. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Christian J Show. And if you're tired of praying, I hope you know this. God hasn't forgotten you. God hasn't ignored you. God hasn't moved on without you. Sometimes the quiet seasons are the ones that grow you the most.